welcome to our fourth video about our Florida road trip. My name is Christina.
And my name is Andriy, and we are both photographers, travelers and videographers. And we love to give tips, so if you like our channel, please subscribe and like this video to see more. So yes, as Christina's mentioned, we went after our trip to Fort Myers and Sunnyvale Island.
Venice.
Venice.
It was around Sarasota, basically.
And after that we went to Naples, which is a relatively small city. It's about 20,000 people, but it's one of the wealthiest in the nation. It has one of the highest concentration of millionaires per capita, something like the second in the United States. And also it's one of the wealthiest in terms of income per capita as well. So Naples was a very cute little town. We really liked it.
Yeah, I guess because of so many rich people, the town is very decorated nicely. It's just nice to be there. The buildings are new, and especially there's one place we wanted to talk about, which is Bayfront. It's like a new modern community or buildings, I guess.
It's a condo complex, basically.
And it's also like a shopping center. But it's new, but it's very like Spanish style, I guess, influenced by the Spanish style. So it's like very colorful, like orange, red, blue. It's very tropical, like nice building.
And it's right by the bayfront, so it has a cafe, boats moored, and I guess people stop by, or whoever lives there. And it's very quiet, very clean, very beautiful. There were fountains and landscaped areas. I was pretty impressed. If I would choose to live in condominium, that would be probably on top of my list.
Yeah, we don't know what's inside, but the exterior is definitely
the exteriors,
nice.
Yeah, definitely. So after that, other places that we went to were Pier, the Naples Pier.
That's like the main attraction.
Yeah, in the city. So it's a beach with a pier, and we went there for the sunset. The sunset was stunning. Especially we were lucky because the sun can set behind the horizon at any place. But at that time it was setting just like right behind the the pier, and so it was peeking through the building at the end of the pier. And so it was really beautiful.
Well, we actually walked a little bit, like not too far from the entrance, just to get the perfect shot of the sun inside the pier.
Yeah, the angle. And another thing that we want to mention, we were there like it was May, I think it was April, May, and I think at that time, for some reason, there was a red tide. And red tide is this algae that floats by the coast where the Naples is, and actually it floats by many areas.
It's like southwest Florida. There's like a big problem there. They don't really know exactly what's causing it because it is natural, but it's occurring like much more frequently now. And like they say that it's maybe the researchers that it's maybe the runoff from farms, like the fertilizers and stuff. So that's like a big problem.
It usually lasts no more than like months or so. But last year, 2018, it lasted more than like 2-3 months, I think.
I don't know. I think it's like all the time, and basically, why it's a problem for people. It's really bad for people with asthma and respiratory issues because when we were just walking, we parked in the old town to get to the pier. So because by the pier there's paid parking and it's pretty expensive, I think. But we parked for like 2-hour parking or something in the old town. So it's just like a 10-minute walk or something to the pier. And while we're walking, we're like sneezing a bit. We're like, we don't think anything of it. But then when we get to the pier where the algae is, like a lot of the algae is, you don't see the algae, but it's there. They put out this toxin in the air, Breva toxin. And we were sneezing, but then everyone else was sneezing too, and we were wondering what's going on, but there were some signs that explained it.
Yeah, and so I'm pretty sure that year it was one of the longest running red tides. As I said, it's usually a month or so, but it was went all the way to April,
And
so
I
it
think
was unusual at that time.
It's maybe even going on to this day. Like it's sometimes it's increasing, sometimes it's less, and depends on the area where you are.
Yeah, but it was quite concentrated at that time, which
Yeah.
was unusual, and it was in the news all everywhere.
And there was a lot of dead fish on the beach in Naples. It's bad for like marine life because
The turtles.
Yeah, the turtles somehow get like into this drunken state when they encounter the algae, and they have to be like rehabilitated.
Yeah, they're like have no idea what's going on. They float to the surface, and they're really confused. And yeah, so there are clinics over there. They're actually called even some of them turtle clinics, where they, as Christina said, rehabilitate the turtles.
And other wildlife, birds and stuff, they're all like affected by it. So.
Yeah, so after we endured that red tide, coughing and sneezing, and
Yeah, it was
beautiful,
pretty bad.
but it was beautiful sunset, and we went to see the downtown, which is
at night after the sunset.
in the evening. It was yeah, because the city is quite small, and mostly it's the wealthy people or senior people who live there. The downtown,
like retired wealthy senior people.
yeah, it was very very quiet. So nothing like loud bars or nightclubs, anything like that.
Except
Mostly
in a few
restaurants.
places.
Yeah, very limited.
Not like bars, but like restaurants. In a few places, there were a lot of people.
No, I meant restaurants, but not like nightclubs with loud music. That's what I meant.
But it was very lively. Like there were a lot of seniors like, walking around in the restaurants,
sitting outside, and as Christina mentioned earlier, the city, the downtown area, is very well decorated with potted flowers.
and night illuminations.
Yeah, they were all over the palm trees. I remember that.
It was like Christmas, but it was in April, late April, so it was interesting.
And yeah, I can't remember anything else, but I really liked that area. So that was the downtown, Bayfront, and then the fourth place that we went to.
Nelson's Walk.
Nelson's Walk. Yeah, so Nelson's Walk. It's if you Google it, it's there's very few results that pop up, but it's essentially a publicly accessible street that has one of the most expensive houses in Naples, and yeah,
and the United States.
And the United States, and they're like huge mansions, villas, and they're so pretty, well landscaped. And we were just driving, and yeah, I was a little confused why it's not gated.
Well, the houses themselves are gated.
Yeah, no, of course, but I can like go there and drive by and see the front, the fronts, the facades, and be there. So that was surprising to me.
But the houses, a lot of them are gated. They were just open because they had a lot of renovations and stuff. And then another place where you can see all of these houses, so these houses are all in the bay, but when you drive on the road, you don't see the water. But if you go to Bayview Park, on the opposite end, it's still in Naples, there's this public park, and you can see the view of the houses from the bay, so that's another nice place to go to.
And those houses that are right on the bay, they have, of course, their own, like, I don't know what they call it. Dock, yeah. So most people have boats, motorboats, and yeah. So that was fascinating.
Yeah, we really liked Naples. It was just a very clean, like very nicely decorated and new, modern city. But it has a very relaxing atmosphere, and the pier was beautiful, except for the red tide. Yeah,
and the pier and the Naples Pier's restaurants, the public facilities, they were like futuristic, very clean, modern. I was, wow, that's like, I can't believe it's a public restaurant.
Yeah, I would definitely like to go back to Naples one day. The Airbnb where we stayed at, it was just like a room, but it was pretty expensive because everything's a bit expensive there.
But yeah, so I think that's about it. About Naples. Stay tuned about our future travels through Florida. We have more videos coming up. Hope you like this video.
Thank you for watching it.
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to see more.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.